Okay guys, we are hitting the halfway point on the list. Am I gonna make my own list? Who knows? Stay tuned to find out. So number 5 on my list goes to Billy, the Blue Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So the reason I love Billy so much, played by David Yost, is A, blue is my favorite color. I know, I'm the Red Ranger. Okay, I can like other colors, okay? Back off. But also, I love the fact that he used his brain. Because at the time when Mighty Morphin came out, I know a lot of people know me for my athleticism nowadays because like I work out a lot and do circus and stuff. But at the time, I was very non-athletic. I used to get tired going up my stairs. Like, no joke. When I was a kid, wasn't into it. I'd play video games so long, my elbows would hurt from holding the controller in this position. Nowadays, I found a nice balance, but at that time, it was really cool seeing a ranger who wasn't like the athletic super martial arts dude. And I didn't resonate with that at that time. And it's cool because, you know, as we grow as people, our own interests change. But at that time, I was like, oh, someone who's not like super strong and buff, whatever, can be a hero. And Billy used what he had. Again, his intellectual prowess to solve problems, to help the Rangers, but he also could fight and stand up for his friends. So I really loved David Yost's performance. I thought it was nice and subtle. And you know, when he was thinking, he would come up with some kind of idea, him and Alpha working together in Zordon. You know, heck, they made the White Ranger suit, right? So I just really loved how he would not only have to rely on his fists to save the day. So number 4 on my list goes to Koda, the caveman Blue Ranger in Power Rangers Dino Charge. Yoshi deserves to be a Power Ranger. I mean, if any human being deserved to be a Ranger, it's Yoshi. And I say that because not only is Yoshi a stuntman, or he was before Power Rangers, like actively working as a stunt guy. Like he was a stunt performer. He would actually go on tours and to different events and Comic-Cons and appearances as Power Rangers from other seasons. So he was the in-suit actor, not on the show itself, but for the meet and greets, which is crazy to me. Like, he went from meet and greet Power Ranger to Power Ranger. And literally when we walked out on in our suits at Morphicon, his friends that he used to do the in-suit stuff with, because they had in-suit Rangers there, obviously, because we were there, they didn't realize he was actually the new Ranger. Like, he didn't tell them. And so they're looking at him, they're like, bro, you got like an upgrade? You got like a new job, like a promotion? Because he went from them to now actual Ranger. And Yoshi just, not only was he a fan of Power Rangers, but it was one of the things that helped him learn English. When he moved here from Indonesia, he would watch Power Rangers, and the in-suit actor thing to being a Ranger was super cool. And then also, he knew all the poses. Like, on set, if we were supposed to hit like, you know, my T-Rex whatever from the Sentai, he knew it. He knew our Pink Rangers, he knew all of our Rangers poses because he loved learning the choreography. So I just thought his brain with Mighty Morphin through Kyoryuger, Super Sentai as well, was so exhaustively expansive that he could help us even if we didn't have our stunt team on set, because if we were on first unit and we had to hit a pose, he would like, okay, yeah, move your fist more like this, because I was trained in actual fighting like Krav Maga and Judo and stuff, but he was trained in what we jokingly call cinema fu, which is like kung fu, but like cinema version. And fighting for camera is not the same as fighting in real life. In real life, you know, you throw a punch and you come back and you cover your face. For camera, you want to leave your face open, right? So like camera can see your face on purpose because it looks cooler when you're fighting and you can get that emotional expression. But in real life, you're like, I don't want to leave my face open because someone can, you know, punch you. And so I had to like unlearn real fighting, and he was always there to help me. He's like, no, lower your fist a little bit, hit this pose, hit this stance. So he made the entire show better with his knowledge of Super Sentai and Power Rangers. So as amazing as Yoshi is, let's get into his character Koda. Now Koda, in the show, in Dino Charge, he is a caveman who was frozen, I think it was like 100,000 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a minute since I've seen it. But he got saved by his Energem. So he had a brother named Taku that his character saves and tackles out of the way, but his Energem, when he bonds to it, it keeps him alive even though he's been frozen for 100,000 years. His character doesn't know basically how to live in modern day. And just seeing his performance of being so heartfelt, because Koda is very, you know, leads not with words because he can't speak English too well. Apparently I can't either. He doesn't speak English very well, but he has a big heart. And so when he wants to help people, it's always for the right reason, or for food, which could be the right reason. His character is always hungry and super strong. And even though it's not like a power necessarily from his Energem, it's just that he's a caveman, so he's super strong. And Yoshi just played that character so well. He is so heartfelt. When I do conventions, a lot of the times kids will come up to me and they're like, the blue one's my favorite. I love the caveman. And he just nailed it, that performance. All right, guys, we've made it to the final 3. Number 3 on my list goes to Adam, the Black Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So Adam is the second Black Ranger after Zach leaves to go to like a World Peace Conference. When I watched the Mighty Morphin movie where they fought against Ivan Ooze, and I just loved his line when they become like the Ninja Rangers for a minute, when they lose their powers, and he's looking all forlorn, and then, you know, the mentor character is like, what's wrong? And he's like, I'm a frog.
Adam, what's wrong?
I'm a frog.
And I just, the way he said that line, he was so sad because, you know, like, you got all these people like, you're the eagle and you're the blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm a frog. And the frog, though, I mean, I remember watching in some of the episodes, like, the tongue could wrap around. If I recall, like, little bombs would come off the tongue. I think that was Power Rangers. If I'm mixing it with something else, forgive me, but that's what my brain thinks it is. And Adam also, I believe, became a Green Ranger, right? And was it Zeo that he was green? Yeah, so, and then he came back in a reunion episode later, and his morpher was broken, and it was like, if he used it, something bad could happen potentially, and Alpha, I think, was warning him not to morph, and he did it anyway, because it's for the greater good, and had to help everyone, even at the expense of his own safety, like a good superhero. So yeah, Adam makes the number 3 list because he's a boss.